I cut it. Guys, I gotta say, finding cringe on TikTok is not the cakewalk that it used to be. In one sitting, I would find enough content for 5 videos. It was truly bliss. Now, that's not to say that there isn't any cringe on TikTok now, it's just a lot harder to find. Especially with TikTok's algorithm almost exclusively just showing you stuff you want to see, it makes it very hard. But every now and then, something slips through the cracks, and it's open season. What I'm going to be showing you guys today is not 1, but 2 of the worst people ever. They are self-help gurus Julian and Owen. Now I imagine you guys already know what's in store cringe-wise for self-help gurus on TikTok, but trust me, it gets way worse. I thought I was going to have a simple video where we laugh at some cringe and call it a day, but no. I had to Google them and find out how much worse it actually gets, but we'll get to that in a bit. First, we're just going to look at some of their TikToks and give you kind of an idea of what they're up to now. The first one I was introduced to was Julian, and this was the TikTok in question.
Imagine a reality, though, where feeling sad was the goal. Thought experiment. Imagine every video you've seen online is like, how to feel sad. 3 tips to feel sad. And whenever you see people feeling sad, it's like, that's a success story. It's like, here's my journey about how I was happy. And I put in a lot of work. It took a lot of years, a lot of hustle, and I finally made it to where I'm sad. Say there's that reality.
Full transparency, guys, I was actually at the seminar, and I was the guy that clapped. This is one of the clearest cases of saying so much, but saying nothing at all. Also, what the fuck is he wearing? Anyways, so that was my first glimpse into the wicked mind of Julian, but as I looked further, I found, honestly, one of the funniest TikToks I've ever seen. I've never laughed at a TikTok like this one.
Don't even fucking laugh, because I'm full on serious. Like, you right now, this front disgusts me. I take you up as an example, but I would never fucking hang out with you, at all.
Already off to a strong start.
Because I sense 0 fucking realness. How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel unloved and...
You're still in a story. I don't sense it. You're still putting on the front.
That makes me feel...
No, aren't you fucking sick of this?
He is absolutely violating this man on stage in front of hundreds of people. Might I add, these guys pay thousands of dollars to be here and go on stage and do this shit. And you know, guys, I have a hypothesis of my own. A thought experiment. I don't think this guy is doing it for the money. No, even though he's making lots of it, I don't think that's why he does it. Not even for the views, the likes, and the attention. No. I think he does it for the sick thrill of yelling at young, defenseless men with no self-esteem on stage. That's what I think. You can't convince me otherwise.
The more abrupt the change in topic, the more illogical, the better. Meaning, we all want to string together this perfect interaction where if we talk about this, then I'll link it to this because it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's actually even better. If you ask someone, so, are you from Tel Aviv? Oh, cool. What do you eat for breakfast? That there spikes up the interaction emotionally. Are you from Tel Aviv? What did you eat for breakfast? Is the sky blue? What? Like, how does this link to that? An emotional spike.
Yeah, that emotional spike that they're going to be feeling when you do that is anger, because the person that they're having a conversation with is not having a conversation back.
So say things out of left field. Oh yeah, sports, awesome. By the way, are your parents divorced?
Nothing shows someone being engaged in a conversation with you than them completely ignoring you and bringing up something totally unrelated. Explain a time that you went above and beyond for a customer and how it made them feel. I think I'm going to answer that question with another question. Where the hell did that come from? What did you have for breakfast this morning? Whoa, I think I just had an emotional spike. Wow. You weren't supposed to say that. Yet you did anyways. Wow. I think we just found our new hire. Also, it was strawberries and cream oatmeal.
Now, this shocks a lot of people. Notice it's like gasp, gasp, gasp. Why? Because you're surrounded by losers with low standards. I don't live in that reality.
I don't think you live in any reality whatsoever. I think that's the problem.
What does that say about the people you're with? Losers. But they're my family. Losers.
Also, I can't get over his outfit. He just reminds me of the principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off that gets mauled by the dog.
So this high standard, if it triggers you, if some of the things I say here trigger you, it means that you're living in a loser reality.
Fair enough, I guess.
Hey man, how's it going? I've been working on myself. I got my fucking green shake and I got my bulletproof coffee and I got all this other cool things in it. Do you like the seminar? I'm so happy. Hey. And you're just like, what the fuck is this?
1. Jesus Christ, that was a lot. And number 2, you'd think with all the money he's raking in from these seminars, he'd be able to afford a better lighting setup than the goddamn bat signal right in front of his face. What a fucking headache of a man. Like, honestly.
1 minute, bring it.
I like it because...
Why are you trying to clap? You're trying to mimic me? Keep going. Ignore me. I'm distracting you. Come on. But it was a cool little clap. Honestly, it was cute. Like trying to snap now. Do it again. Do it. I want another snap.
Now, I must have been blacklisted from the Radisson because he's now filming these seminars in a storm drain. Let's look at one of the comments. Owen Cook says, "Awesome. I'm going to use that to segue into talking about him." He's the second of the two men we're going to be talking about today, and this is one of his most viewed TikToks. Never be a beta.
Just never be a beta. Just never, ever do it. It is death. Never, ever, ever do it. Okay? Just wipe that out of your mind. It is nothing good comes from that.
I cannot get over his body language here. It's like a hypnotist told him when he was getting his 4th grade portraits done to stay in that pose until he snapped his fingers, and then he just forgot to snap his fingers, like, to this day. Now, first off, the whole alpha beta male thing has been disproven multiple times. It's not a real thing. And secondly, what a lot of people are confusing these traits of being alpha are just things like not taking shit from people, being assertive, not letting other people dictate your actions, or like not trying to impress people, be yourself. All that shit is good on its own, but not when they're dramatically trying to make it fit their narrative of alpha, beta, omega males. Another tactic these guys like to do is what I like to call making people yell. What that is they just make people yell. And then they're like, "How did that make you feel?" And then they're like, "Good," because they just screamed and people cheered.
Now! Now! Look at his face. Look at his face. He's getting flooded with brain neurochemicals, right? He's not used to feeling like this. It feels good.
Look at him. He's not used to feeling like a normal human being. I mean, come on. Just look at his fucking face. Look at him. Everybody clap and laugh. All right, now give him an alpha stance. Put your hands in your pockets.
Look at the pain and the torture and the agony. And you want to know what the mainstream would tell me to do to him? They'd say, just be a nice guy, don't be a creep.
I couldn't really find any info on how much Owen charges for his seminars, but if it's anywhere close to Julian's, then it's in the thousands. But if you guys ever catch me at one of these seminars standing on stage with great value David Cross, and he is squeezing my cheeks, throw me down a well. Electric chair, whatever it takes. But it's sad to see because they're just taking these guys with no self-confidence and a disposable income, apparently, and just not helping them at all. If anything, making them worse if they're actually putting these tactics to use in the real world.
Not to give you a hard time. You know who hits on people? Betas. Okay? Betas do. You know what alphas do? They just win. That's it. They're just like, they just win. They don't need to do, it's just like, what's up? And then it's just on. It's on by default.
That's a very interesting approach, especially interesting when you consider both Julian and Owen's past. Now, I never try to go out of my way to dig up the past of anyone that I'm talking about in these videos. For example, I didn't want to do a girl defined video, even though it would have been a lot of fun and a lot of people suggested it. At the time, they had taken a lot of their cringy videos down and went on a new path, so I'm not going to do it at that point. And even with Darman, a lot of people commented on his criminal history, which was him defrauding the city of Oakland in 2012, which is hilarious, but it just doesn't make sense to bring those things up if they've especially gone onto new paths. But in the cases of Owen and Julian, they were pieces of shit back in the day, and then they just found different ways to be pieces of shit now that are hardly better. I found this Vice article, and I'll link it in the description so you guys can see everything if you so do wish, but I'll only be taking a few things out of it for the video. Back in the day, the boys were a lot more focused on getting guys laid and being pickup artists. You can see hints of it in their stuff now, but they're a lot more focused on being alpha males and confidence and self-esteem and yelling. No! But at the time of this article back in 2014, Julian came under fire for a video that surfaced of him saying this. Hey guys, it's Chris, but editing. I want to preface this video clip. It's the worst video quality I've seen in years, but it's literally all I could find of him saying this. He did a pretty good job getting this shit scrubbed off the internet. So this is all I have. I'm sorry.
And then if you go to at least Tokyo, the whole game over there is game. At least in Tokyo, if you're a white male, you can do what you want. Romping through the streets, just like grabbing girls. My opens like head pff, on dick. Head on dick, yelling Pikachu with a Pikachu shirt.
Now I'm surprised that Julian got all the backlash that he did for saying this, because the only other person I've seen say this just ended up getting elected president. But he did actually get a lot of shit for this, and by a lot of shit I mean having his visas revoked for Australia and the UK, as well as petitions seeking to have him denied entry from Japan, Canada, Amsterdam, Argentina, Iceland, Ireland, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and New Zealand. Damn, talk about a... Okay, it looks like I started writing a joke and I didn't finish it. Now, Owen, on the other hand, had some videos referenced in this article that have since been taken down, so we literally just have to go off of what's said in the article. Oh, and also, apparently Owen used to go by the name Tyler Durden, you know, like a Fight Club reference, which is awesome. It is so sick. This is what the article says. Tyler Durden advocated a new mission. He called it Project Mayhem, in honor of Fight Club. So fucking sick. And the directive was to run up to an attractive woman and before even uttering a word, lightly body check her, whack her on the head with something soft, or physically accost her in some other playful manner. Real fucking slick. Owen then wrapped up the video by instructing them to practice on less attractive women. It'll help them get over their entitlement block, or their "this is not the behavior I'm supposed to be doing" block. Going against one's natural instincts to not grab strange women in public will help men get laid. I'm gonna just say this. Maybe those natural instincts to keep you from doing that are ones you should hold on to. I don't know, maybe I'm the fucking lunatic, who knows. So now you guys can see a little bit of where they came from and how they evolved to be only slightly less shittier people. Might I add, only by necessity. Imagine being kicked out of like 15 countries and then your response to be a better person and to grow is to just do this.
I take you up as an example, but I would never fucking hang out with you.
Like I said, guys, there's a lot more in that Vice article, so if you want more information on the smut that they are, it'll be in the description. And guys, I didn't think this video was gonna go where it went, but I felt the fact that there was all this backstory to them, it was necessary to at least touch on a little bit. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like rating down below. It lets me know you enjoy the videos and it helps out the channel a ton. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought and any opinions or really anything at all. I like hearing from you. And if you're new here and you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of my uploads. With that being said, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.